Hello everybody, my name is Steven and welcome back to the Storytime channel. Without wasting any time, let's get into our stories of the day. Entitled mother reacts to being told no in literally the worst way possible. This is a relatively mild encounter, but also mildly infuriating. I work for a small chain of adult stores. It's a really fun job that surprisingly involves a good amount of education. Most encounters I have are absolutely hilarious and some even heartwarming. This was not one of those times. Enter entitled mother with her toddler on her hip. Our state has very strict policies when it comes to minors in sex shops like ours. Absolutely no one under the age of 18 is allowed inside, even if they are accompanied by an adult. The conversation went a bit like this. Ma'am, I apologize, but we cannot have minors in the shop.
This will only take a minute.
Ma'am, it is against the law for anyone under 18 to be inside the shop.
I don't see why you're making such a huge deal about this. He's only 2, he's not going to remember any of this.
Personally, I couldn't care less what you decide to expose your child to, but I could lose my job and the store could face large fines. It's technically considered child endangerment.
Unfreaking believable.
Entitled mother then proceeds to go back to her car, put her toddler in his car seat alone, and walks back in. That is when I actually get pissed off. It's illegal to leave children under the age of 12 unattended in a motor vehicle for a reason. Multiple reasons actually. Mind you, this was in the southern United States in the middle of August. It's hotter than topless Alucard from Castlevania. Ma'am, you need to leave. It's also against the law to leave your child alone in the car.
Now I know you're lying because there's no way that's a law. You're probably just a lazy worker that doesn't feel like helping customers.
I found that hilarious because it's basically a summer social media staple of people bashing in windows to save young children and animals from cars that can register over 120 degrees on the inside. It is a Class B misdemeanor for the first offense, and if any harm comes to your child, that's felony child endangerment. We have the law printed and posted in the back room because this is such a frequent issue. I will gladly get it and read it to you.
I don't understand why you're being so unreasonable about this. He's only going to be by himself for just a few minutes. You need to mind your own darn business, and the only reason you're giving me stuff about this is because I'm a single mom.
First off, half of our staff are mothers and they all know better than to leave their young children unattended in a freaking car. Get out of my shop now or I will call the cops. Something told me this wasn't the first time she had an incident regarding LEOs and her objectively bad parenting. Because as soon as I mentioned the cops, her whole demeanor changed. She muttered under her breath, calling me a fat freaking witch, and left, but not before rummaging in her back seat and dumping used diapers in our parking lot before speeding off. Out of random luck, my coworker had a grabber in her car from volunteer cleanups she did for her apartment complex. Naturally, both of us were just left flabbergasted. We've both dealt with white trash before, but she took the freaking cake. Or in this case, dirty diapers and littered all over our storefront. Moral of the story, it's okay if you're horny, just hire a freaking babysitter. For anybody that's worked really any kind of register job, have you ever had any memorable experience that this story reminds you of? If so, let me know in the comments section down below. Entitled mother tries to steal my Switch while I was waiting for my glasses. Before we begin, I swear to the All-Father, I thought those stories about Switch bandits in the wild were made up. Holy freak balls, was I wrong. Last night I got into a little scuffle at the convenience store down the street and my glasses broke. My backup pair was also broken, so I had to wake up and get my happy butt to the glasses shop to have the lenses put in new frames. Figuring I'll be there for a while, I brought my Switch Lite since Hearthstone Battlegrounds lags my phone like crazy. I get there, they do the COVID wellness check, and I take a seat by the door to wait my turn. In walks Karen and her 2 crotch goblins. There's no employee at the door yet as they're all crazy busy, so one of the techs says to the Karen, "Someone will be right with you," and goes back to working. I'm obliviously playing Breath of the Wild. Now that the scene is set, let's begin the dumb freakery. Cast: Karen, Entitled Waffle, Kid 1, Kid 2, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, me, just some b-hole on the internet, E, employee who has my back, P.O., Officer Papoose, a friend of mine from junior high who has been an officer for the last few years. Kid 1 says, "Hey, that guy has a Switch. Hey mister, can I see it?" I say, sorry little dude, I'm in the middle of something. Kid 2 says, please, we broke ours and want to play yours. I say, no can do kid, sorry. Karen says, give them the game or else. She said this very quietly, but thanks to my oversensitive hearing, I hear her loud and clear. Are you serious right now? Or else what?
Are you threatening my children?
No, I'm asking you to clarify what you said. Or else what? At this point, the employee comes to do the wellness check on these 3 hobbits. Employee says, hello ma'am, how can we help you today?
Yes, I'm just here to get my angel's glasses and this man stole their game. Make him give it back.
Employee says, I saw him playing that before you got here, so I'm not going to do that. Also, sir, you can go to the repair desk, they're ready for you. I say thank you, sir, and away I go. Thinking this was over, oh boy was I wrong. At some point in the 30 minutes it took them to find the new frames, Karen called the police. I get my frames and start to head out when I see police officer talking to Karen, so I decide to stick around for a minute. She gestures over to me a few times and then sits back down. Police officer turns around and sees me, laughs a little and walks over. Police officer says, hey Bill, this lady says you stole her kid's Switch and hit one of her kids. Any idea why she said that? I say, because she's a runt? Police officer says, dude. Nah, for real, her kids asked to play it, and I told them no, and she said give it to them or else. And when I asked her to explain or else what, she started going on about me threatening her kids or some other stupid stuff. I can assure you this is my Switch, got all my details in it and everything, and that lady is just a loon. Police officer says, okay, you got a few to hang out while I ask the employees and see if I can check the security footage? I say I want to smoke, so I'll be right out front. Hey Karen, he's going to check security footage to see if you're being honest or about to catch a charge for filing a false police report. And just so you know, I'm the kind of guy who has nothing better to do than press charges.
Oh freak you, you probably touch kids.
At this point, police officer is turning red from holding back laughing. He goes in the back, I go outside to smoke when another officer shows up. We chat while waiting for Papoose to come back. Apparently Karen was finishing up the glasses for her hex spawn, so he knew she would be out any minute. Police officer says, alright man, thanks for sticking around, we're done here. I say right on, need anything else from me? Police officer says, yeah, you can just hang out here with us till she leaves. I don't want her to cause any problems in the parking lot. So how does a charge for wasting an officer's time work anyway? Does she just get like a ticket or something? Man, that's a lot of paperwork and we weren't too far away, so I'd rather not if it's all the same to you. Yeah, alright, fair enough then, Sonny Jim. But can you make it look like you are taking my statement about it when she walks out? I kinda wanna freak her out. They both laugh and say no. Karen walks out to her car. Her crotch goblins get in the back, and Officer 2 notices neither of them have a car seat or booster. He almost skips over to her car to give her a ticket while me and Papoose walk to my car, laughing at her losing her mind over the ticket. End of the day, I got my 2 new pairs of glasses, kept my Switch, Karen got a ticket, and to celebrate, I bought myself the Johnny Silverhand 18-inch figure from Walmart. As Ice Cube said, it was a good day. Honestly, if these kids walked up to me and they said, can I play with your Switch? We broke ours. I would never hand my Switch over to them. Even despite the fact that in the first place, I probably would never hand my stuff over anyways. Entitled to their Nintendo Switch. EK entitled kids. ED entitled dad. Once every 2 weeks, we have dinner with the family. Not everyone can make it every time, but since most of us are not working, this part of the family could attend. Note, our elders don't speak our local language and only a tad of English. Will be relevant later. The first time they came over and saw my Nintendo Switch, the dad insisted that I should let the kids, 5 and 6 I think, play. I thought whatever, fine, what can go wrong? I set up Mario Kart for them and returned to the dinner table. When they left, I was honestly shocked how dirty they left my stuff. They had been eating raisins on our couch and the Switch was covered in chewed up sticky raisins. It even got under the buttons. It was disgusting. I spoke to my boyfriend and he told me he'd side with me, but to avoid drama, he asked me to make him an excuse as to why they weren't allowed to play anymore. He took the whole thing apart and replaced the shell because I couldn't get the stickiness off. Next dinner happens, they walk in. Entitled kids say, and where is our toy? I say it's not here, sorry. Entitled dad says, and why is that? They came here to play on the Switch. I say it's charging. Also, I don't have the game anymore. Wasn't a lie, I deleted Mario Kart 8 to make space for Animal Crossing. What games are on it? Sorry, does that matter? Yes, you say there's no kids game, so what titles? That's really none of your business, I said no. Kids, maybe you should ask Grandpa. Grandpa, she has our game. Grandpa says, OP, they want to play on that console. I know, I told them, and Dad, no. Grandpa was very confused about the situation. Okay, then PS4. Titles? I'm assuming that's not yours to take away from my kids. Actually, it is. It's not my BF's, it's mine. And frankly, I'm not letting them touch anything of value since last time I had to change the housing because of how nasty they left it. Entitled Dad eye rolls. Entitled Kids say, so now what? We can't play with our toy? It's not your toy, and no. Cue crying, parents acting like I'm a horrible human being. Next dinner, I got home late from work and they legit took my Switch off my desk. I walked in and grabbed it from their paws, looked straight at their dad and told them he knew well enough I said no. It's awful that I have to hide stuff in my house, but I'm grateful the rest of the family is not like that and say I'm right. I have so many stories about those kids. It's a shame their parents raised them to be so spoiled, and I sincerely hope they'll grow out of it and we can laugh about it one day. I'm siding with OP on this too. I would be so upset if I got my Switch back and it had the sticky raisin residue on it, and I would be extremely pissed if I walked in and found they were playing with the stuff after I had said no. Entitled Mother wants free designer specs for her child, so I work in an optician's. Here in the UK, the government will fund bits of the test/payment depending on personal situations through the NHS. For example, if you are under 16, you get a form that pays for the test, and if glasses are required, a form that will either give our cheapest pair of glasses for free or $39.10. Don't ask me about the pricing, it's the NHS, what can you do? Off something more expensive. That is the standard type of voucher. We'll be somewhat vague with prices to hide the opticians. So I had the misfortune of dealing with the entitled mother on 3 different days for similar reasons. So the entitled mother and nice kid had a double booked appointment, meaning parent first, kid after. Ultimately doesn't matter who goes in first as long as they are here on time. Which, unfortunately, they were not. The entitled mother turned up 30 minutes late and ate through one of the appointments so we could see either the kid or her, not both.
Hi there, sorry we're a little late. We're booked in as generic last name.
Yes, hi miss. Sorry, but you are quite late. So we can only see either you or your child, but not both of you now. But yes, if you'd like to take a seat just over to the side there, we can pre-screen one of you and get the paperwork signed.
What do you mean you can only see one of us? We had this booked for about 3 weeks now.
Yes, I understand, but since you've missed one full appointment slot, you only have one left. At this point, I can see the person after the kid's appointment arrive and a coworker arrive them in on the system.
It's fine, you can still see both of us. There are both free tests too anyway since Nice Kid is 11 and I have a voucher.
It's not about the vouchers, miss. It wouldn't be right to push the whole clinic back by over 30 minutes. You wouldn't like it if you came here on time and we asked you to wait over 30 minutes after your appointment time, right?
Fine, just stick Nice Kid in then.
Great, I thought. Arrive the nice kid in, pre-screen him, and the test ran on time. It turned out the nice kid needed glasses for a small prescription and was issued a voucher for money off or a free cheap pair. It's important to note the terms of the voucher is explained by both the optician in the test room and us out on the shop floor, just to be sure there are no misconceptions. Nice kid is looking at the free pairs and sees one he likes. I do a semi-fit for him so it's sitting comfortably so I can see if it will work for the patient in the long run and for the patient to see if it will dig in, have vision issues, etc. The entitled mother is not giving a poop and just looking at the designer frames on the wall and just has this sour look on her face. Nice kid says, "Look mom, I like this one and it feels comfy." Entitled mother at this point has found a 99% match from the designer section to the frame the nice kid currently has on.
No hun, this one is much better plus it's free. Here, put this one on and try it.
Entitled mother aggressively snatches the frame off nice kid's head and tosses it onto one of our dispensing tables. While this gets the attention of all my coworkers and myself, it's a taboo to us to treat the frames that badly. We hold our tempers and they allow me to go over to them to see where they are at with the choice. "How's the search going?" I picked up the tossed frame from the table. "I saw nice kid quite like this one. After I did some adjustments for him, he seemed to like it. However,
No, we like this one, don't we, honey?
Nice Kid says, "It's okay, I like the other one more." Nice Kid at that age clearly didn't give a crap about wearing designer glasses. He also didn't need them for anything other than concentration work. They wouldn't be aware 100% of the time glasses.
No, you,
Pointing at me,
we will take these ones.
and she proceeds to shove them into my hands. "Miss, these glasses will cost 110 pounds.
What? You told me they will be free. This is a joke.
"No, miss, the voucher that was issued will give Nice Kid either a free pair from our cheap selection or $39.10 off more expensive ones. Both me and the optometrist told you this." At this point, I'm not sure what she was thinking. The shop floor isn't that big. We have enough space for 6 or so dispensing desks, so anything that is said can be heard by all coworkers. We deliberately talk about prices on the floor just in case someone wants to claim they have a discount that was quoted but not applied, etc.
No, you didn't. You only told me they would be free.
"Miss, Nice Kid can get a free pair just from this section only."
No, I want those ones for him. You need to give me them for free since that's what you said.
The poor Nice Kid is going bright red at this point and wants to just not be there anymore. I'm also at a loss due to the circular conversation, so I flash my assistant manager a look of "help me," and she thankfully gets the message. She's an absolute boss and tells Poop like it is and comes over mid-convo to assist.
You will give us these ones for free. That is the least you need to do.
"Miss, we can't give you a frame that should cost 150 pounds for free. As I said, this section here will be free, otherwise you have to pay the difference."
No, that is not good enough. You should...
Assistant manager then says, "Hello there, I couldn't help it over here. I'm the assistant manager, can I help you with something?" She turns her back to entitled mother, gives me a wink and shoos me to the main desk as I try to hold back a poop-eating grin.
Yes, as I was saying to that rude employee over there,
Points at me.
he told me my Nice Kid gets free glasses and he won't give us these for free.
Holds up the 150-pound pair. "Ah yes, I heard the whole thing. Yes, I understand he showed you and Nice Kid the free section for the voucher, correct?"
No, he did not. He told me we get free glasses.
"Yes, he did, but he showed you this section here." Entitled mother getting flustered being challenged even a small amount.
Look, I want these ones for my Nice Kid. They should be free, so give them to me.
At that point, assistant manager lost her patience. "Look around you. This room isn't particularly big, correct? We can hear anything that is said. My staff told you exactly what you are entitled to. He told you the section, he told you the price. Are they not free enough for you? Take the free pair if you don't want to pay. We will be happy to make them for Nice Kid. We will not, however, give you a free 150-pound pair just because you feel sour missing your own appointment." With that, I really had to bury my poop-eating grin into my shoulder and look away. My other coworkers are all doing the same. The entitled mother noticed all of us holding back laughter and feeling out of options.
No, you will not get our business. Come on, Nice Kid.
And she stomped out, dragging Nice Kid behind her, leaving the voucher on the desk. The voucher is issued to the patient and is basically money in any opticians. We all take them. The contractor of the NHS actually loses us money on the free pairs. We saved money by her storming off. Assistant manager came back, winked at me again, and went back to work. I'd like to say that was the last time I saw entitled mother, but no, I do have a few more stories with her, unfortunately. But it was just so satisfying actually hearing someone say, "What? Are they not free enough?" The age-old saying is don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It's a free pair of glasses. If you're in the United States, you'd feel lucky to have a free pair of glasses. And the kid was so happy with them too. What a shame. I feel bad for the kid. But with that being said, that's all the stories we have for today. So what I want to know is which of these stories was your personal favorite and why? Let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you all so very much for watching and listening to the Storytime channel today. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and don't forget to turn notifications on so you'll never miss an upcoming video. Thank you all again for watching and listening to the Storytime channel.